Good evening. It is Monday, December 28th. Officially, this is like the first evening of our youth convention. I hope you are able to tune in. But before we get to that, we want to get a little appetizer as far as the evening word. And we know that in Genesis, there are so many narratives and so many scenarios that are contemporary to today. Remember, I was saying all you had to do was just replace Joseph's colorful coat robe for a car. And we knew that his brothers hated him. They were jealousy, despised him. And if it wasn't for Reuben and Judah, where Reuben was like, no, let's not do that. Let's not shed any blood. And then Judah, let's not, put him in the pit. Let's just sell him. Let's not do any harm or what have you. So guess what? We can change the players and we still have those scenarios today. Well, now we're in a different chapter and it's it's something else. So many twists and turns. Judah went to take on a woman and he gave birth to 3 sons, and then one of the sons, the firstborn took on a wife named Tamar, but then died, and then the next one died, but Tamar was supposed to sleep with the next brother to save the seed, and every time they would sleep together, the brother would spill the seed, and it said that it displeased the Lord. And this reminded me of Michael Jackson's brothers. I thought that there was a brother, I'm not sure if it was Tito or somebody, who connected with an ex of his brothers. I'm not sure. But the point was, this is how relationships worked back in the day. These are not the cultural norms of 2020 and beyond, thank the Lord, because we would not want to be sleeping with our family and connecting and intermarrying and all that. But we know the story that Judah promised the youngest son, his name was Shelah, and that's when he would have gotten older. Well, Tamar was waiting for him because she was a widow. And Judah was like, yeah, my youngest son's going to take care of you. Just wait. Well, that didn't happen. It so happens that he visited a harlot, and he didn't know that that was his daughter-in-law. And she got some jewels from him, a bracelet and some stuff. And he found out later on, like, oh my goodness, that was actually my daughter-in-law. And he broke his promise and some other stuff. And he later on admitted, you are better than I am. So, hey, we need to really humble ourselves. We're thinking like we're all this, but if someone was to really, go back in time, yeah, we all have fallen short of the glory of God. None of us are perfect. It's only the grace of God. And that's what Judah said, man, you are better than I am. And we can say that for anybody. What spoke to you in this complicated chapter?
Just to be like wise and not let lust get the best of you.
Yeah. Don't let lust get the best of you.
Yeah, and to be like sharp and focused, and to like control your thoughts and not let your thoughts control you.
Absolutely. There is a scripture in, I believe, 1 Corinthians 5:10 or 10:5, where it says that we're to take captive every thought to the obedience of Christ, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity. And we're going to have to do that with our thoughts, with our imaginations. That's why it's so important to be cautious as far as what we expose our mind to, our heart to, through our ears and eyes, because that stuff can set up a snare, and then we'll be like, man, how did we get to the place that we're in now? Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved. That's verse 18 of Proverbs 28. The way to walk uprightly is to make sure our path is clear, and God will preserve us as we do that. Did you get anything from Proverbs 28? Hey, let's make sure that we're clear, that we should make sure that there are no traps that we put that are self-imposed. And there's going to be a great conference in a few minutes about relationships and how to guard ourselves, guard our hearts, because out of it flows the issues of life. I will put that link, but it is connected with the National Inspirational Youth Convention. So you can preserve yourself, so you can have a blessed family, so that your children will be blessed, your spouse will be blessed, and then your grandchildren, right? We don't want the enemy's tactics. All right, so have a good evening in the Lord, knowing that he is faithful and he'll preserve his own. Good night.